life companions between well-being and responsibility. Pets have been with humans for a long time, changing from helpers to real members of our families. Today, in Italy, there are more than 32 million pets, with dogs and cats being the most popular. Having a pet can bring many benefits to our mental health. Pets, like dogs and cats, aren't just loyal companions. They can also have a big impact on how we feel. Their presence can create a more peaceful and relaxed atmosphere, helping us handle everyday challenges better. Stress and anxiety reduction. Interacting with a pet can lower levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, and increase oxytocin, which makes us feel good. When we pet a dog or cat, our body releases endorphins, which are natural chemicals that make us feel happy. This simple act can have an immediate calming effect, reducing tension and anxiety built up during the day. Also, the routine of caring for a pet can be a positive distraction from daily worries, letting us focus on something enjoyable and rewarding. Combating loneliness. Especially for older adults and people who live alone, pets offer companionship and a sense of purpose. Having a pet can fill the emptiness left by a lack of social interaction, offering a friend who is always there and ready to give affection. For many people, talking to their pet can be a way to express their feelings and thoughts, reducing feelings of isolation. Pets can also encourage physical activity and social interactions, like taking the dog for a walk or joining pet enthusiast groups. Mood improvement. Pet therapy is used to help people with depression, anxiety disorders, and other mental health conditions. Animals used in pet therapy are trained to interact with people in a way that promotes emotional well-being. These animals can help break the negative cycle of depressing thoughts, offering positive and stimulating interaction. The simple presence of an animal can bring joy and laughter, improving overall mood. Plus, taking care of a pet can give a sense of responsibility and accomplishment, helping to improve self-esteem and confidence. In short, pets not only enrich our lives with their unconditional love, but they can also be a valuable source of psychological support and emotional well-being. Having a pet comes with financial and practical commitments. It's not just about love and companionship, but also about a series of responsibilities that every owner must be ready to face. Before making the decision to adopt a pet, it's essential to consider all aspects related to its upkeep and well-being. The yearly cost to keep a dog can vary a lot. On average, the cost to keep a dog can range between €1,500 and €2,500. This includes food, vet visits, accessories, and other essential needs. It's important to remember that these figures can go up depending on the breed, size, and specific needs of the dog. As for cats, the yearly expenses are generally lower than for dogs. The cost to keep a cat is around €900 to €1,200 a year. Again, expenses can change based on the breed, age, and health of the cat. Vet care is a significant part of the budget for keeping a pet. Yearly medical expenses average around €180. However, it's important to be prepared for possible emergencies or illnesses, which can significantly increase these costs. In case of illness or emergencies, vet bills can go up considerably. It's a good idea to have an emergency fund to cover these unexpected costs. Other costs to think about include food, accessories, grooming, and training. Quality food is essential for your pet's health and can significantly impact the family budget. Accessories like beds, toys, and leashes are other expenses to consider. Regular grooming is important to keep your pet clean and healthy, while training might be necessary to ensure good behavior. In short, owning a pet involves several responsibilities and costs that should be carefully evaluated before making this important decision. Pets make our lives better in so many ways. They don't just give us company and unconditional love, they can also make us healthier overall. Having a pet can lower stress, lower blood pressure, and even improve our mental health. By giving us love and good mental vibes, pets become a real part of our families. Kids learn about responsibility and caring for others, and older folks find comfort and friendship. But it's super important to know about the responsibilities and costs that come with taking care of them. Looking after a pet takes time, effort, and money. It's important to make sure pets get good food, regular vet checkups, and a safe and fun place to live. Making a smart choice means everyone's happy. Before getting a pet, it's really important to think about your lifestyle and if you can really take care of another living thing. That's the only way to make sure both the pet and the family can live happily together for years to come. Pets aren't just a part of our modern lives, but they have a rich and fascinating history. The domestication of animals goes back thousands of years when humans started to settle down and form farming communities. The first domesticated animals were probably dogs, which were used for hunting and protection. As time went on, other animals like cats, horses, and cattle were domesticated for various purposes, including work, companionship, and food. The relationship between humans and animals has evolved over the centuries. Working animals contributed to the development of civilizations, while pets offered emotional support and companionship. Today, pets are considered members of the family, and their well-being is a priority for many. This shared history has created a deep and lasting bond between us and our animal friends. Understanding this evolution helps us appreciate even more the presence of animals in our lives and recognize their positive impact on our well-being. Ultimately, pets are a precious gift, the result of millennia of evolution and collaboration. Caring for them not only enriches our lives, but also honors this long history of coexistence and mutual support. Besides the psychological benefits, pets can significantly improve our physical health too. Having a pet often encourages us to be more active. For example, walking a dog can become a pleasant daily routine that helps us maintain a consistent level of physical activity. This increase in activity not only helps us maintain a healthy weight, but it can also improve our endurance and muscle strength. Also, studies have shown that interacting with animals can have positive effects on our cardiovascular health. Petting a cat or just being around them can reduce stress levels, lower blood pressure, and slow down our heart rate. These physical benefits are especially important in a society where stress and inactivity are common problems. Pets can also play a role in managing chronic conditions. For people with diabetes, for instance, some dogs are trained to detect changes in blood glucose levels, alerting their owners to possible episodes of low blood sugar. Even for those suffering from arthritis, the companionship of an animal can provide the kind of emotional support that makes chronic pain more bearable. In short, having a pet not only enriches our emotional lives, but can also lead to noticeable improvements in our physical health. Caring for an animal is a commitment that is richly rewarded with a more active and healthy life. Choosing the right pet is a big decision that needs careful thought about your lifestyle and needs. Not all pets are right for every person or family, so it's really important to make an informed choice. First, it's key to think about how active you are and how much time you have. If you're active and love being outdoors, a dog might be perfect for you. Dogs need regular exercise and will love daily walks or playtime outside. On the other hand, if you have a more relaxed lifestyle or have less free time, a cat might be a better fit. Cats are independent animals that don't need daily walks, but they still offer companionship and affection. Another thing to consider is how much space you have. If you live in an apartment, smaller animals like cats, rabbits, or fish might be better than large dogs that need lots of room to move around. If you have kids, that's important too. Some dog and cat breeds are very patient and good with children, while others might not be a good fit. Don't forget to think about your emotional needs too. For example, if you're looking for a cuddly and playful pet, a dog or a cat might be right for you. But if you'd rather have a pet that needs less interaction, a fish or a reptile might be a better choice. Finally, it's super important to understand the costs of having a pet. Food, vet visits, toys, and other costs can add up quickly, so it's important to be ready for those expenses. To wrap up, choosing the right pet takes careful thought about your lifestyle, your needs, and the responsibilities involved. With the right choice, a pet can make your life so much better, giving you company, love, and lots of benefits for your mind and body. Training our pets is essential for a peaceful coexistence, just like learning how to navigate rush hour traffic in a big city. By teaching them basic commands and behaviors, we ensure they understand our expectations and boundaries, kind of like explaining the rules of a game to a new friend. This not only simplifies everyday life, but also helps build a strong bond, like the one between a sports fan and their favorite team. There are different training techniques, from positive reinforcement, where good behaviors are rewarded with treats or praise. Think of a delicious meal after a productive day, to clicker training, which uses a clicking sound to signal the correct behavior, like the beep of a subway door opening. Each method has its advantages and can be adapted to your pet's specific needs, just like choosing the right bus to reach your destination. Positive reinforcement is widely recognized as one of the most effective training methods. It encourages pets to repeat desirable behaviors by associating them with positive outcomes. For example, rewarding your dog with a treat when they sit on command reinforces the idea that sitting when asked is a good thing, kind of like receiving a compliment for giving up your seat on the bus. Clicker training, on the other hand, uses a small device that makes a clicking sound to mark the exact moment a desired behavior occurs. This technique can be particularly useful for more precise training, like teaching tricks or complex commands. Imagine the precision of a craftsman creating a statue. Training isn't just about obedience. It also plays a crucial role in mental stimulation. Engaging your pet in regular training sessions can help prevent boredom and reduce the likelihood of destructive behaviors. For example, a well-trained dog is less likely to chew furniture or dig in the garden out of frustration or boredom, much like a child who enjoys an educational game instead of getting into trouble. Additionally, training sessions offer an excellent opportunity for physical exercise, which is vital for your pet's overall health and well-being. Activities like agility training or fetch not only reinforce good behavior, but also keep your pet physically active and fit, like a nice long walk in the park. It's important to start training early, ideally when your pet is still young. However, even older pets can learn new behaviors with patience and consistency. The key is to remain patient and consistent, making training a positive experience for your pet. Just like learning a new skill, it takes time and dedication. In conclusion, investing time in training your pet can lead to a more enjoyable and fulfilling relationship. It ensures your furry friend understands the house rules, stays mentally stimulated and physically active. Ultimately, a well-trained pet is a happy pet, making your home a more peaceful and joyful place, a true haven. Let's dive into some heartwarming success stories. Stories of people who have found immense joy and companionship thanks to their pets. Meet Sarah, a busy professional who felt lonely after moving to a new city. Adopting a dog named Max changed her life. Max, with his boundless energy and affectionate nature, became more than just a pet. He was her loyal friend, always ready to greet her with a wagging tail after a long day at work. Sarah's days became brighter and filled with laughter, thanks to Max's playful antics and unconditional love. Then there's Tom, a retired teacher who felt a sense of emptiness after leaving his career. He decided to adopt a cat named Whiskers. Whiskers, with his calm demeanor and relaxing purrs, brought tranquility and a renewed sense of purpose to Tom's life. The simple act of caring for Whiskers gave Tom a routine and a sense of fulfillment he hadn't felt in years. Almost like taking care of a small balcony garden, an activity that many city dwellers enjoy. And let's not forget the Rossi family, who adopted a pair of rabbits, Bella and Luna, to teach their children about responsibility. The children not only learned to care for the rabbits, feeding them and cleaning their cage, but they also developed a deep bond with their furry friends. Bella and Luna became the stars of many family moments, bringing joy and happiness into their home. Just like the joy of sharing a Christmas cake during the holidays. These stories show the profound impact that pets can have on our lives. They offer us companionship, emotional support, and a sense of purpose. For many, pets are more than just animals. They are beloved family members who bring endless joy and warmth into our homes. Kind of like the warmth of a good cup of hot cocoa on a cold day. So, if you're thinking of adding a pet to your life, remember these stories. The companionship and happiness they bring are immeasurable, making every moment shared with them truly special. If you enjoyed these stories, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.